Hey friends, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. In today's video, I'll be discussing about what are the gears that you'll need to start your YouTube channel. The basic is the camera, an audio system, a good light, good studio. I don't think so. So let's get started. The most important thing to start a YouTube is your video camera. You can do it with your iPhone, a basic DSLR which records 1080p video, a mirrorless camera in today's world, which is what the most of the YouTubers are using and what I am using currently right now. As you know, I am a photographer. I use 2 camera bodies and multiple lenses. I have been upgrading my gear. It has been a long run since like 2019 when I started, and so yeah, it took a gradual time for me to upgrade my gear. If you want to start your YouTube career with a mirrorless camera, it will highly range around between $700 to $1200 with a good kit lens. If you want to start your YouTube journey with a DSLR camera, you'll end up spending around like $400-500 with the kit lens. But the benefit of mirrorless camera is they are good in low light situation. They have a good ISO range. The additional benefit of mirrorless camera is you'll save on the space, save on weight if you're carrying around, and if you're vlogging around the city, it's much lighter than the regular DSLR. The basic DSLR models that you would like to start with is Canon T7i, 60D, 80D, 90D. Those are the basic APS-C sensor cameras. For the Nikon, it is D3500 and D5600, which will give you a good quality of videos. The mirrorless, there are a couple of options: Fuji S10, Nikon Z50 and Z5. Z50 being an APS-C body and Z5 being a full frame sensor body. Sony A6500, Sony A6600. Canon EOS RP is one of the best value full frame camera that you will find in the market. So it all depends on you how you feel about the camera body. I would suggest you can go to the nearest store, just have a look around on all the camera bodies, have a look and feel of those cameras, select the one you feel suits you. At the end of the day, all the videos would be more or less similar. There'll be just like percentage of color changing here and there, but on an average all the videos would be same. The difference between an APS-C camera and a full frame camera: APS-C is a small sensor and a full frame is a larger sensor. There are minor differences between APS-C and full frame. The major differences between APS-C and full frame is the low light performance and the prime lenses that you get with the full frame bodies. But there are third-party lenses which you can adapt to your APS-C camera. Sigma, Tamron, these are the third-party camera lenses that you can adapt, and those do have a good lenses in the market. If you are recording in a natural light situation, probably outdoors, moreover you will have to purchase an ND filter, because in daylight situation, if you want to use a specific shutter speed and aperture, you will have to have ND filters to reduce that ambient light so that you can have correct exposure, correct shutter speed on your camera. What is ND filter? ND filter is basically sunglasses for your camera, which will help you reduce the ambient light and give you a correct exposure and shutter speed for the frame rate that you'll be selecting. So probably if you're selecting 1080p at 24 frames per second, you'll be having 1/68 as your shutter speed, and probably if you are using a kit lens which might be 3.5 aperture, still around that aperture you will have good amount of ambient light coming into your camera. To cut that ambient light, you'll have to use the ND filter. With regards to the light setup inside home, I'm currently using a SUTEFOTO. This is a basic P80 80 watt from Amazon. I purchased this for like $120 on a deal. You won't have to purchase all this. You can just purchase a $50 light setup from Amazon, which comes with a soft box and a continuous lights, LED lights inside, and those are bicolors. that will suffice your requirement to set up a light inside your room. In terms of mic and audio quality, you can just purchase a Rode video mic or any small Rode video mic, which will range between $40, $50 and $80. This will help you to give a good sound. I'm recording on an external recorder, and I do also have a wireless audio system which I connected to my camera. It took time for me to gradually upgrade my gear. Always rule number 1, content is more important. Rule number 2, audio and lighting are very important. If you have these 3 set up properly, and if your content is good, you will make it. Next, you'll need a tripod. There are so many basic tripods on the market. You can go check Amazon, SUTEFOTO, a camera store near you, which will help you get a basic tripod. You don't need a fancy high-end carbon fiber tripods. Understand one thing, you are just starting. Spend less, but spend on a quality thing, which will be helpful for you in future. Every camera will come with a memory card. If you're going ahead and buying a basic DSLRs, it will have an SD card. This is the kind of SD card which will come in. Some of the cameras will have dual SD cards. The basic DSLRs, if you go ahead and buy it, will have a single SD card slot, and go ahead and purchase a small storage for your SD card. This is how it is, which will help you to store and secure your SD card. Then you will need to buy storage space. Storage is very important. When you start creating video, you'll be recording tons of data. So for storage of that data, you'll need a storage. This is a Seagate 5 terabyte. I got it from Costco on a deal of $129. On a day-to-day, there are lots of deals going around. Just keep a check on Amazon, Costco, Sam's Club, SUTEFOTO. You will keep having some of the deals on the storage space. Start, if you are on a budget at the beginning, start with an HD. It's a hard drive which will save you money. If you're a little bit more budget, go ahead and buy an SSD. This is a SanDisk 2 terabyte. I use it for my video. You can also go ahead and buy a 500 gig or a 1 terabyte, which will cost you around $80 to $100. If you want to enhance your audio a little bit, go ahead and check on the links below. There are a couple of wireless audio systems available on Amazon, which are not that exceptional, but has a good quality, and it will absolutely help you to enhance your video quality with the audio that you'll be putting in. And then further on, as you decide what content are you going to create, would you need an artificial light? I'll link everything down below so that you can understand what different and what budget artificial lights you can go ahead and purchase. I'll be reviewing some of the lights that I use. Those are not high-end or expensive, but it does give me a good quality considering the brand that I'm using. Next, how are you going to edit your video? There are multiple softwares available in the market which is free. If you are owning an Apple product like a MacBook Pro or an iMac like me, you can go ahead and use iMovie, which is one of the best software available in the market. It is absolutely free on iMac, and it is very easy to use. You'll be able to sync up your audio. You can create a banner for your content. You can add a text to your content. You can cut and paste your video wherever you want to. Remember one thing, YouTube is one of the biggest platform where you will have a lot of content to learn. Go through it before you start your YouTube. I have gone through numerous thousands of videos before I even started a photography. From my experience, what I'm trying to tell you is the more you sit in front of learning, the more you'll be able to do it in your practical day-to-day life. So trust me. Then you'll need to create a YouTube channel on Google. Go ahead and create a YouTube channel. Don't give it too much of fancy name. Give it a very simple name. You can also start with your own name. Give a small description. What are you going to publish in your video? What and how it's going to help other people. Keep one particular niche in a video. Don't keep on changing. That's it for this video as of now. In the next video, we'll be talking about photography and videography. What are the basic keys that you'll need as a beginner. At the end, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, which will help me create more such kind of videos in future. Till then, see ya.